I'm Dawn. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for visiting with me today. Eric is with me. We're, that was him waving. We're going on a field trip today. I am going to show you where I lived as a little kid and just some spots, significant spots to my childhood. Is that how I want to say that, Eric?
I guess. I'm just learning about this right now.
So buckle up.
I mean, I know where you grew up, but I just realized that's what we were doing today.
This might be an emotional ride. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to show you anything that traumatized me too bad. So, anyway, this ought to be fun. Oh, this ought to be good. Say that, Eric. You do it better.
Oh, this ought to be good. Now it's going.
Okay, it's kind of windy, so hopefully you can hear me, but this restaurant right here was featured on Guy Fieri's drive-ins, diners and dives, or whatever that show is called. But anyway, Singleton Seafood Shack was featured on there. That was a haunt of ours. Is a haunt like a place you would hang out when you were younger?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't really hang out there a lot, but
It's a place you hang out after you die.
we went there quite a bit. They used to have really good food. I don't know if they still do. The last time we ate there, an old man vomited on the table, and it just kind of turned me off to go in there anymore. Because when they came to clean it up, the guy just took a bucket and just brushed it into the bucket, and then kind of just moved on to the next guest. So anyway, but don't let that put you off of trying it. Go ahead and try it if you're ever this way. That over there, that boat is the Mayport ferry. Now it's not owned by the state anymore, but my brother, my oldest brother, worked there from the time he was 16 until they changed hands. But that's a really cool thing too. It's now too expensive. It used to be really cheap to ride it, but now it's way too expensive. It's expensive now. The ferry used to be a genuine mode of transportation for people getting to their jobs and stuff.
I used to
But
ride it every day.
yeah, Eric used to ride it every day when he worked somewhere across the river.
Those little passbooks.
Yeah.
Ended up working out to like 75 cents a ride.
But now it's just a casual, it's more for tourists than for people trying to get to work. So that's kind of sucky. So this is Palmer Street. This is where I lived when I was a kid, on Palmer Street. Don't ask me who any of the neighbors were, because I don't remember any of them.
You know that guy?
No, I don't even, these probably aren't even, a lot of them are probably still the same families. Okay. You think the car's okay where I parked it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're just walking down Palmer Street.
That guy's got quite a quiver.
A quiver?
Oh, a collection of surfboards in that spare room there.
Oh.
They call it a quiver.
Oh, I was thinking of a bundle of arrows. So this right here is where we lived, this little bit of property, except it's fenced off because our family was we are from about this fence to a little beyond that fence, and that was our property, but our house is gone.
The stairs aren't even there anymore.
Yeah, no, those are up here.
Those up there.
And then my sister, after she got married to her first husband, she lived right here, and her house is also gone. She lived right here. My sister, she's a little bit older than me, so she was married when I was still a very little kid. Now this right here used to be Mr. Pickett's, and it was a little little shop. We would go and get candy and soda. We would go trade our bottles for change. And we would, like, our moms would send us down there to get cigarettes. Some kids would go in there with their parents' beer money and buy their beer. It was weird. It was a different time. He was also the butcher, so we would watch him chop up steaks and stuff. It was weird. This is the Marine Science Center. We used to go back there and roller skate. Huh? Pickens?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, we used to go back here and roller skate. Oh, also at Mr. Pickett's store, right on those steps right there, if you can see him, that's where I broke my arm. Where my mom said God was punishing me for not listening to her when I literally was listening to her. In fact, that's why I broke my arm, because I was hurrying to get home. But we're not going to talk about that. But anyway, this is the Marine Science Center. We used to go in there and look around. It was really cool.
Can you still go in there?
I think you can still go in there, but not today because it's Sunday. And it is a public school. And this right here in this area, there was a house here and some little girls live there. I remember they were taken away by the state because they were severely mistreated. The dad drove a long cotton swab to his little girl's ear, and she went deaf in one ear. So, but we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about bad things. Right, Eric?
Right.
But anyway, one of the little girls broke her arm, and they were reported, and they came and took the girls. I don't know whatever became of them. I'm just making this one long shot that I'm not going to edit just because I want you to get the full impact of Palmer Street. And that over there, I'm not going to show you because people live there, but over here on this side was Miss Carol's house. I used to play there all the time. Hi, kitty! There are a lot of cats around here because this is a shrimping village, so a shrimping and fishing village, so cats like that. This right here was my church. It's a cute little church. Look at the cute bell. And I think this building was there, but I don't think that one was there when I was little. But this is where my sister got married. And there's the lighthouse. We were on our way back to our car, but I wanted to say the very first ever Jacksonville Jazz Festival was held down here. And I remember laying in bed at night and I could hear the jazz bands doing their thing. Della Reese came on because she was at the first jazz festival here. And you might remember her from Touched by an Angel, or her very illustrious jazz career, right? But anyway, I mean, I didn't know about Della Reese, but I know my mom was telling me, that's Della Reese. Let her sing you to sleep. I just saw somebody I knew from my old job. That was funny. He bought a house next door to where we used to live. I don't think he realizes that I'm a lot older than he thinks I am. Or I think he thinks I'm younger than I actually am.
Well, everybody thinks that.
Or so. This is another road. This is one road down street down from Palmer Street. That's the back side of the Marine Science Center. That's where we would roller skate. And this right here is called Haunted Hill. The older kids would mess with us with Haunted Hill. want to show you this bull crap. Oh, it looks like they took it down. Oh no, they still haven't. Here, can you park over there? There's a better look of the lighthouse. Okay, let's come over here. So anyway, that's Haunted Hill right there. And the man that owns that property at Halloween time, he would hang like noosed fake bodies up to really mess with us. Ew, what the hell is that? That's gross. Let me see. Okay, so they used to have around here in this area a bunch of fake gravestones. Just like in the last 20 years they were put up that, you know, trying to say it was an ancient graveyard. And that was complete BS because they weren't there when I was a little kid. And it may have been a cemetery, but that wasn't. So now there's this about the cemetery, but it was never a cemetery when we were living here. So whatever. Oh, this right here I want to show you. So Helen Cooper Floyd, the Floyds, Debbie, my sister, dated one of the Floyds, and I dated one of the Coopers. And when I say dated, I mean like one day, and I was like, nope. Because we were watching a Sheila E. video. You remember Sheila E.? And it was Holly Rock, the video for Holly Rock. And I had told my mom that I wanted to wear an outfit like that for my wedding day. And he goes, well, you're not marrying me then. And that was our last date. That was our first and last date. Which is good because then I got this guy who is so much better. Mm-hmm. Right, Eric?
I'm just like, I don't care.
Anyway, now I got this guy who doesn't care what I wear.
Yeah, you can wear whatever you want, even when we get married.
We're married. We've been married.
I mean, you could have on our wedding day worn whatever you wanted to.
And I did. And I did not wear the outfit from Holly Rock because, of course, from about 12 years old to my adulthood, my taste had changed. Mm-hmm. Or not 12, I was dating, so I was probably about 16. But it was right around the time Crush Groove came out. So whenever Crush Groove came out, which BTW, I love that movie. That's part of the Navy base right there.
I lived over there.
Eric lived over there because he was in the Navy for a long time. So right here is where some of the jazz festival was held.
I think I saw Robin Ford there.
Yeah, I'll go that way.
Robin Ford.
Now we're going to, okay, so there was a family unalived here by the Mayport Monster several years ago, and they used to live right down here. Their house is long gone. It's now a community center. That wasn't there the last time we came down here. And there's also, oh look, they got a pirate ship behind here.
That's fancy.
Okay, go over there. Behind here, oh, that's a real person, is David Pack Park. My sister used to be married to David Pack. I think that's okay to say since he was a public figure. But I'm not going to film it because there are children playing there, but that's David Pack Park. They got a cool little pirate ship there, but again, there are children playing there, so I don't want to film it. Okay, so we'll go to the... Now we're going to go to the boat dock. I hope this is an interesting video for you. It's interesting for me. Like, this was not here. This whole land past Eric's face was owned by the McMahons. But they were public figures too because their names were in the papers for that event that took place. So I'm allowed to say that. So.
Did you know Michael B. Scanlon?
No. So this is the boat dock. And should we get out and show them where I used to go crabbing? Okay, so we're gonna get out and show you some stuff. Oh, it's very windy. I hope you can hear me. Kids don't float. We all float down here. Right here. Yeah. Kids don't float. It depends on who you ask. So first we're gonna walk over here. I'm gonna show you where me and my brothers used to go crabbing. My mom would say, hey, today's a good day for crabs. And she would give us a bunch of quartered chicken, or chicken quarters, which were dirt cheap back then. And she would send us up here with some crab traps and we would catch crabs. And she let us handle raw dead chicken with our bare hands. And we were rubbing our nose and everything. And we never got sick from it. It looks like my crabbing area is all blocked up right now. But anyway, I used to go crabbing right over there with my brothers. It's also a manatee zone. So we'll go walk out on one of these docks over here. They didn't have these signs up when I was a kid because they were less conscientious about other living creatures. Yeah, they like to eat them, that particular kind. Julie was telling me all about it.
Looks delicious.
I know. Maybe we'll see some dolphin bandying about, but probably not. Frolicking. That was the word I was thinking about. Frolicking about. Because we do see them a lot down here. Look at all the pelicans over there. So I think we're going to go have lunch now. You want to do lunch?
Yeah.
Okay. Right there is the ferry, like where you get in line to get on the ferry. Right there. And the ferry takes you across to Amelia Island. You can drive to Fernandina Beach from there. All that, but now we have other ways to get over there that are a lot cheaper than taking the ferry. Oh, my brother. Oh, wait, pull over in front of this house right here. I want to talk about that house. Not too guitar-y one. Okay, that's good. That house we just showed you is it's infamous. It's an infamous house. It's haunted. I don't believe in things like that, but everybody in the world is convinced it's haunted. Oh, that's the little, that used to be a little champ. That was the convenience store I used to go to as a little kid, just past my bus station. My brother's little, like when he had to guard at night, he would work over here. And then this right up here used to be Monty's Marina, which is where I would go. Now it's Safe Harbor Seafood, which is a really good restaurant. You want to go there?
We can.
Okay. But this used to be...
bad time there last.
This used to be Monty's Marina, which is where we would go. Me and my brother would pop the little heads off a shrimp and get paid under the table for it. We were little kids. That's all we had to do is pop the heads off a shrimp. Okay. Now this right over here is the jetties. This is where we would go and have picnics and stuff sometimes if we didn't you know, go to the zoo or whatnot. There is always a lot of fun places to have picnics. There still are. We just haven't been on one in a while. Eric, I don't think we've ever been on a picnic, have we?
Yeah, we have once or twice.
Have we? Oh, okay. So, it's very cool. Great photo opportunities for photographers over here. And we would, we would get down there and drive way, way back with my dad. See that bridge right there? Let me see. Oh, bushes in the way. See that bridge? So that wasn't always there. For years, we didn't have that. So if we wanted to avoid taking the ferry to get to the other side of the river, we would have to drive all the way the hell around the city to get to the other side. But now we have that bridge, and it makes things a lot easier, makes getting around a lot easier. Okay, right here, this is where I went to elementary school. It didn't have this big prison-like fence around it when I went there. But yeah, that's where I went to elementary school. There's no kids here today because it's a Sunday, but that was my school. I hated it. Right over here at this fire station is where my mom brought my very favorite toy, and all of our toys when she thought it was time to get rid of toys. That's where she would bring them. And then right behind it is a swimming pool, and that's where we had swimming lessons. So this is Mayport Road we're on. I haven't been on it in some time, but there's really bougie apartments back there. It looks like they're trying to gentrify Mayport, and Mayport is kind of known for being really shitty. So to really gentrify it, they're gonna have to just mow over all this and bleach it.
Those apartments are probably like $3,500 a month.
Probably, yeah. And people probably rent it thinking, oh, it's so charming to live among the poor. None of this stuff was here when I was a kid. This was all trees.
She never posts anything like with her and Greg doing. Oh, sorry.
That right there used to be a Pier 1, and now it looks like it's a realty place. I got a Sierra salad, and Eric got some nachos. It's our lunch for today. And I like to put the roasted tomato salsa and the onions. Oh, Jesus. So that was it. That was where I lived as a child. I actually ran into someone that I used to work with. I think I said that earlier in the video. And yeah, that's it. We were going to go eat over there, but we both decided no. So anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little trip with me, and we'll talk some more later. Bye.